everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Gladys, and today we're going to be doing my very first Halloween makeup, and this is going to be like an undead inspired or witchy inspired look, and it's very simple for my beginners. I that's the reason why I chose it, because I felt like it was very simple. I could use everything that I already have in my makeup kit and not have to buy Halloween makeup basically. The only thing you might have to purchase is maybe a concealer or a foundation that can work for this look. I used a shade that was 3 to 4 shades lighter than what I am, so that way I can look like all the color was drained from my face basically. Here we start with my eyebrows, and I'll be linking everything that I used down below. I used here the Benefit Cosmetics eyebrow pencil just to fill them in, and I did them darker than what I would usually do them. I guess it wasn't that dark. Now I start applying the shade that I used as foundation, which was, like I said earlier, 3 to 4 shades lighter than what I am. Sorry that I'm blocking the camera here and there. I promise you didn't miss anything, and I am still learning, so please bear with me. When I'm done applying the base, then I go ahead and blend everything. By the way, I did forget to bring this down to the neck. You will see me later on the video, and I do bring it down a little bit. If depending on your costume or the look that you're trying to achieve, I would bring it down to the neck as well. After I'm done with the blending process, I do go in with the contour shade. You will see me trying to figure out, I tried a couple of different shades, and you'll see that in the coming clips, but I would suggest you can use your normal contour shade and then just try to blend it out with a black or a gray tone eyeshadow. If, like I said, you didn't feel like purchasing extra products, then that would be a great solution. Think about cool tone shadows, so that way you don't bring in warmth because, you know, you're dead. So try to keep it in the cool tone shades. Here I'm going to start with the contour on my cheekbones, and the way I did it, classic way, I sucked in my face and just followed the shallow spacing. I just try to keep it above where the shallow begins, so that way you have higher cheekbones, and then bring it down next to the mouth area, but where the shallow begins. I mean, I think it's easier to look at the video than the way I'm explaining it, but that was the way I was able to figure it out. And then of course I go ahead and blend all that with both the contour shade in my regular contour shade and then a cooler contour shade. After I was done with the contour, I did go back in and clean up with the lighter shade. Also, this way you can make it more washed out, I guess would be the word. by going back in with the lighter shade. Here you'll see me start with the shadows. I started with brown just because I had never really worked with straight black. I feel like the brown would help you blend more and make it more natural, or as natural as possible, I guess. Um, and yes, I applied the brown under my eyes, the nose area, and the outer V of my eyes, and just blend as much as possible. And then I go in with a black shadow. Again, everything will be linked down below, all the shades that I used and products. So that way, if you're wondering what I used where, you can just check. Everything will be detailed down below. This is where I start applying Salem, which is the dark black eyeshadow on the outer V of my eyes and also inner V. So basically, this would be more to accentuate your eye socket, make them look more like set in. So that's why I did it in the inner corner as well, around the nose area. I would suggest blending as you go and adding less, because later you can add more. That way you don't have to be removing or anything. So I did start with little powder, little shadow, sorry, in the brush, and then blend it. And if I felt like I needed more, I would add more. Here you see me clean up a little bit of the lid area so that I can go ahead and add a purple base silver color, just so that I can again try to look more dead. And then I go ahead and add some of that Salem shadow with a very fluffy brush to where you added your previous contour. This would be, like I said, if you didn't have a cool tone contour that would work for you for this look. If that contour that you used did work, it looks already grayish, it looks already cool tone enough for you, then you might not have to add this. But for me, I did feel like I wanted a more toned down color, so I added the black in there. Here you'll see me add a purple tone to the lids, and I'll try to find the link to this exact same shade. If not, I will leave something similar linked down below. Here I'm connecting the black to the bottom lid with a flat brush and blending that out so that it'll look more smoky and toned dead basically. Then I go ahead and do the lips with the same base color that I did on my face. And I just set it with a powder. I also contoured the lips with the black eyeshadow so that way it's not fully flat. And yeah. Here you see me add a little bit of the same shadow that I used on the lids, just to not leave the lips with the flat, lighter base that I used on the face. Here I'm adding 2 coats of mascara. Now I was debating here if I should add some lashes, so it all depends on what you want to go for. I felt like the lashes didn't really go with the look just because, you know, for me it was the Undead look, so didn't really want to put on lashes. But it's your choice if you would like to add them. Then I go ahead and add a couple of finishing touches here and there. I added some more of the black tone. I also added some of the base on my cheekbones to make them look more elevated and cleaned up the contour. When I was satisfied with the look, I went ahead and set with a powder as well as my Urban Decay setting spray, just to be able to keep this look the entire time that I needed it for. After setting the entire look is when I realized that I should have probably brought down the makeup look to the neck area. So I'll be fast forwarding that piece, but I did want to leave it in just so that you have an idea of how to do it. So I would add the base first, then add the contour shade to the side of like your throat area, just to make it look more accentuated in that area. Okay guys, I'll leave you to the final results. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to share my video. Bye!